and welcome back to Survival Let's Play episode number 10. In today's episode, I'm going to actually teach you guys how to build a pond. Now, I am filming this intro after the fact that I've actually already built the pond. So, I'm going to cut to when I actually start building the pond. I hope you guys enjoy it and take this and build this in your own worlds. I hope you guys enjoy and learn something from this episode. Oh, hello. This is close. Oh my gosh. So, let's get started. I actually kind of want to build a little pond up here that can has a little stream going down here like this into a little bit bigger of a pond over here. And then we're gonna have some children swimming in the pond, or people fishing as well. The only problem is that up here is gonna be a lot of terraforming to actually get that done. But I'm willing to do it because honestly, I kind of feel like I want to build a pond. See if this circle that I'm making right now will look good. And then we'll dig out the center. Does that look alright? It looks good. Nice and random, which is what you want for terraforming. Because it's not all gonna be... It's not all gonna be squares. I mean, yes, Minecraft is a square game, but you want to have like random squares, not just squares, if you know what I mean. And if not, that's okay too, I guess. But is that a good size? I think so. And then we can just have it extend like right here. Down like that. Right there. And then go down right here. And to the next pond. Oh, I forgot I had a giant hole here. I thought this was all flat. Forgot I covered that up. Oh. So something like that. Yeah. That looks alright. I think maybe if we extend this just a little bit this way. At the moment it does look very skinny rather than an actual pond. But I feel like that's alright. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a key to great terraforming. It's not perfect. Ooh. Okay. So, if we go down right here. I'm gonna just... No, okay. Randomly place these blocks down. Just so we know where the second level is going to be. I've never actually built up a pond. I've always torn down the land to make a pond. It's going to be interesting for me. See which tactic I like better. Yeah. Now, we just fill in all of these. And now, we do the same thing that we did over in there, and fall down. And, yeah, fall down. And bring it down by 1. And then we just do the same thing and repeat until we're at the very end. So I'll skip to that point now. And there, that is a very nice, smooth transition down into a hole for the lake. Pond, I mean. My bad. And then we take this little stream down, and follow it, and that's going to start right here. Bring it down by 1. Oh! Can I get out of that? No. Nope, maybe. Actually, I want to leave it like this for now, because I want to try something. It might not work, but I kind of want to have just the water go down, but that's gonna have to be like that. And not that one. Dig up this one. So that the water continues on, but that's just gonna go this way. So now we need stone there, so it curves into here, goes this way. Yeah, I'm just gonna need more stone. Okay. Continuing on. So the lake is gonna go up to here. Why do I keep saying lake? Pond. The pond is gonna go up to here. Go down this stream, down here. It's gonna go right here, gonna hit that stone that's gonna be right here. Go in here. And then that's gonna go like this and go straight into the sheep. So we need to put another stone right there. Replace these 2 with stone as well. And then that will go right here. And then that will continue the on down like that until it gets here. And then it will extend into the actual pond. Or the second pond, if you will. I'm gonna put stone right here, maybe. So that actually just goes into the pond. Oh, unless that doesn't look weird. Does that look weird? Not if I do that. I still need to move the sheep, but I'm planning on... That's 16 sheep. I need to take those 16 sheep and put them to sheep farms to actually get all the wood colors. The wool colors. But I also need 17 sheep for the actual mansion because it's all 16 of the colors and the underscored jub sheep that has the rainbow colors. So I might breed those all first so that I can have 32 and then take 16 of those out for the mansion and then 16 of those out for the wool farm. There we go. That's English. What was I doing down here? Stone. And I need to sleep so you guys can see again. Okay. So we replace these with stone. Like that. Does that look weird? Did I just ruin the landscape? You can barely tell. You can barely tell. It's fine. Maybe if I bring this up like that. Once the sheep are gone, it'll look better. Okay. Nope. Put the stone there. Like that. Like that. Is that all good? That's all good. Now, down here, we can do the exact same thing that we did up on the top part. and make this a gradual shift down. Okay, so now that we have the pond size, I feel like this could be better if if the pond was actually bigger, but I just don't feel like extending this back any farther, because that's the only way I could do that. So this is just what we're gonna have to deal with for now. So now I'm going to go grab some tough cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and the normal stone, and then turn those all into slabs as well, and stairs. I have now all of my materials. The only two I'm missing is bone meal and pickles, but we do that at the end, so it doesn't really matter at the moment. So what we're gonna do is turn this majority of it will be the cobblestone and stone, and then the mossy cobblestone will be sprinkled in different little places, and then we want to put the tough toward the middle to have that deeper, like darker look, and then the cobblestone for all that erosion, and stone for just being stone. So we're gonna take like small little sections out of this. I'm gonna turn all of this into stone with a little bit of cobblestone. So stone toward the back, cobblestone in the front, just because the water will be hitting the cobblestone more often, therefore causing that erosion look. Because that's where we're going for, a more realistic type pond. So now we throw in that cobblestone because of the erosion as we've just talked about. So something like that. Doesn't look good at the moment, but it will at the end. So now we cut out some of the grass here. At the end, all of the grass should be basically gone, with just a tad left over, mainly toward the top. Oh, creeper. Okay, so we put some more of this stone down, just not as much. Most of the second row will be cobblestone. The first row is mostly stone. Second row, mostly cobblestone. And then the bottom row. The third row is also mostly cobblestone, with very, very few stone. And then the bottom row is all more stone. Is all going to be the tough, mainly, with a bit of the cobblestone thrown in there. Just so it has that darker tints toward the bottom, and then more of the erosion toward the top. And then you also want to throw in some of that mossy cobblestone randomly after you have everything done. Just so it's small streaks of the mossy cobblestone to give it that algae look. Now I'm just filling in all of these holes with cobblestone. And then we'll continue on to the next row. Although, we might have to go through and fix it up a bit to remove more of this grass. So, something like this. And then we just go through and remove more of this grass that are toward the ends. And then later on, adding in the moss. Something like that. Now, you can throw in some mud also toward the bottom with some dirt. That would also work. You would just replace the grass with dirt, and then the stonish with like the mud, and then the cobblestone with gravelish. It's just, I can't do that because I have a giant open area underneath. Plus, it's not my favorite style. Yes, it can look good, and you want to put the mud toward the bottom after the tuff if you want to do it like that. But it's not my favorite look. This would be more of mine style, just because it gives me freedom to greenify it, add leaves everywhere and stuff like that, and lily pads, and make it look pretty. While the mud is mainly for like a very overgrown type look. But it's personal preference. Do what you wish. I need more cobblestone. I tried to get rid of the rain, but it won't go away. It doesn't want to. Stupid rain. Okay, let's continue on with our pond. So now in the next layer, we're going to start throwing in some of that stuff. Again, also toward the ends. But we're going to want that cobblestone to also be in here in a mix. So do cobblestone toward the back, so it has that nice transition as well. And then tuff toward the front. Okay. Now, same thing that we did over at the top, we remove the rest of the grass. Although this layer we left some of the grass. This layer we're removing all of it, because we're far enough down inside the world where there won't really be grass. There could be dirt, but there won't be that much. Can I place blocks correctly? That'd be great. It'll look something like this, so we have that slow transition down to the dark. And then on this final layer, most of it will be tuff. Now, mostly tuff. This isn't actually the main way I do this most of the time. Most of the time I do all of it in cobblestone, and then I add streaks of tuff and stone, and then also some gravel. But at the moment I can't really add gravel. I mean, I could, but it'd just be extra work, and I don't feel like it at the moment. This is still gonna look a little awkward once you finished, until you add all of the water in and all of the decorations inside the water. That is the first pond. That is finished now-ish. So now what you're gonna want to do is take those. Actually, no, wait. Hold on, go back, reroll. Now we're going to take this mossy cobblestone and have those streaks that I talked about that I used to do. Put that one right there. And go down, I'm going to go down and save all that stuff, and after I get all these streaks down. Or I decide where I want to put them all. So, streaks or blobs, just mossy cobblestone stuff everywhere. Because we're trying to make this a greenery type moss type. We're trying to make this a greenery type pond, so it's not like a normal just pond with water. Doesn't look very aesthetic, but if you add all that greenery and transition blocks that I'm doing right now, it will look nice. It will look nice. You just have to, we're in the ugly phase right now. And now, all those blocks that you just tore up, replace with that mossy cobblestone. Now, mind you, this will look awful at the moment because it's very out there. It's not going to look pleasing to the eye yet, just because it's a very like harsh pop of green, like that. Doesn't look awful, but it doesn't look good because of how harsh it is right now. So now, all of these slabs and stairs that you did, you're going to want to place those randomly throughout here to give it more randomness in the terrain. Now, be mindful where you're actually placing them, because you don't want to, like, I don't want to put a tough one right there, because now that mossy cobblestone that we placed down is gone. So you want to try to place them in areas that the block is already at, but you do not have to. It is your pond. You do what you want to. Yeah, stuff like that. I didn't have the stairs yet, just because I hadn't felt like it, but you see how I have that, like, jet of rock in the middle? Just to add more variation to the terrain. Do stuff like that, just random little rocks in here as well. Smooth out the terrain and add jabs out in the middle. For stuff, you don't have to do this. It's just how I like to do it. So now to add the stairs. Now don't go crazy with the stairs, because the slabs have a gentle slope. These ones are very like harsh. So do these sparingly, but they can look nice in some places. See, I didn't actually add that many. Oh, I jumped off. I didn't actually add that many stairs just because it wasn't going to look great with all of them. Add more slabs and stairs if you want this. Actually, it's nighttime. I can go sleep and get rid of the rain and show you in the daytime. Hold on. Okay, there it is. That is how it's going to look now. At the very end, I will be adding more slabs and stairs around the edges, so it's not a very, like, drastic just cut off into water. But this is how it is going to look for now. So now, the creek that will go through here. So this one, you can put like a little bit of tuff in it, but don't add too much, because that won't look great. Honestly, add more mossy cobblestone than everything else, because it's going to be toward the top. Or erosion from the sides, because it's being hit by the water so much. Oh, that's tough, not cobblestone. You also want to put some of the blocks toward the top. Not much. So that's what this is for now. Now, we can take some of these stairs. This is where you want to use the stairs to add that more like narrow creek-ish look. And do stuff like that, stuff like this. Stuff like that. Get rid of that one. You can also add some slabs. Add some slabs down. Yeah. So now the water is going to go out through here, goes down this narrow creek, and then head down into the next pool of water. So let me finish out this creek and we'll be back. And the creek is now finished. So where the water is going to exit from here, go down this little creek right here, down to this one, and then into this body of water. So now we have to do the same thing that we did up here. Same thing that we did up in this pond, down in this pond. Let's get started. I think I'm just gonna cut to this one because you've already seen the process and how it's made up in this one. So I'm just gonna show you the ending result. And then we can start with the making of the inside of it, or under the water. And now that the pond is now completely finished, we're going to fill it up completely with water, and then we'll decorate the interior Well, inside the water. We'll decorate inside the water, and then we'll add some rocks along the edge to make it look less like it just cuts off. So let's fill this up with water and we'll be right back. I should have explained this when I started, but to what you're wanting, if you've never actually made a pond before, you're gonna need to fill in the bottom layer first. Completely fill in the bottom layer. And then move your way up. Just so that it's not... Because in Minecraft, if you fill in the top of any water source and then don't fill in any of the bottom layers, it will pull you down instead of having you just float around. So you're going to want to make them all water sources. And by that, you can either fill on top and then put a bunch of kelp down, or you can fill in every single... the outside rim of every block. And if Bedrock might be different, but in Java, if you fill in the edges, it will fill in the rest of it for you. So just keep that in mind when you're making your ponds. There we go. Hold on, let me sleep. I always end up recording while it's nighttime. I don't know why. But here's that pond, and then... Oh, crap, stop. And then we have this water effect, so when you're looking at it from these angles, it looks like it's running water, but if you actually go up here, it's all source blocks. Most of it. Some of it you want to have this gradual effect so it doesn't look too blocky, so it has these slants. It will look nicer. But here is that top and the bottom. Now, so let's remove the sheep. Now we need to decorate the inside of it. Which, normally it's very, very basic. I want to make it look... I want to make it so I can actually see, so I grab the sea pickles, I grab some kelp, and then I grab some bone meal. So you can put other stuff in here, like coral, or what else can you put in here? Lily pads and stuff like that. I might add some lily pads, but completely up to you. I might actually do some armor stand lily pads so I can have random you'll see. So, sea pickles. We have this effect where it gets slightly darker toward the bottom. We don't want to really remove that effect, so most of the sea pickles that you put down, you're going to want to put toward the top. Just so that we're keeping that same effect. And then, kelp you can put anywhere. Just know that it's always going to stay up at the top, wherever you put it. And then, bone meal. Don't put too much, because it removes the effect. But look at that! Look how much better this looks. This looks like a pond. I really like it. And then we can put some lily pads on top, or some armor stands with the people around fishing, playing in the water. Can also grab some fish or some axolotls, although the axolotls will leave. Or some turtles if you want them, but for these creeks, honestly, you could bone meal them. That might... It's just you can only bone meal the source blocks, just remember that. But... Oh, crap. But you can bone meal them if you want to. Completely up to you, though. Nope. Nope. Let me finish putting these around. Actually, do I have coral? Because I can take those and bone meal them on coral to get more. I should have coral. Okay, I have no coral. I actually don't. I don't think I can bone meal the sea pickles unless I have coral. Actually, let me try it first. Because I don't even know about this one. Yeah, you're gonna need some coral if you want a lot of sea pickles, because they only grow on the coral. So I can do that at a later date. But for now, bone meal. Perfect. Look at that, I love it. Beautiful. Now I can go add fish, I just don't feel like that at the moment. So now I'm actually gonna grab some lily pads if I have any. I might have to go actually gather some lily pads and then do some armor standing. Just make it look nice. And then that's where we're gonna have to call it for today. And I do not have lily pads, so I will have to go get more lily pads. So let me go gather materials that I want to use for this pond to sprucing it up with some leaves, more stone around more little rocks around the area, some buttons, some not trapdoors, pressure plates, stuff like that, just to sprucing up the area. And then we will put those all down, and then we will end the episode there, because we're getting to that point of running out of time. So let me go grab that stuff and we will be right back. Here, I'm gonna make it back. Am I gonna do it? Am I gonna do it? Barely. I almost did not make it back. My lights are almost broke. That would have been bad. Now, I'm gonna do some armor stands. Maybe I'll show you guys. Maybe like one or two of them. So I'm gonna do one here. I'm gonna do one here, and then I want to do just a normal 2 right here. Okay. Now, I'll show you guys this. So, holy crap, this is a lot different now. My texture pack changed a lot of this. So, what we're gonna do is show arms. Yes, put that in his hand. And we're gonna put that on his head. No gravity. Yes, it's invisible. And then we're gonna take it down. Just give me a second to take it all down. Gonna turn it so it's in the water. So be like here. Move that way, move it this way. And then turn it a little bit. Leave that alone. Right there. Let's see, is that good? Yeah, I like it. I mean, we can't jump on it, but it does look nice. So we're going to do stuff like that, and then we're also going to do stuff like this. So I'm going to do stuff like these around. I might do this on these. So, let's do... how much? I don't know how much time I have left. I'm gonna film a time lapse, I'm not sure if the time lapse will actually go in. We might just cut to me having this done and then film the outro. All depends. So, I will see you guys in a second as I finish out these lily pads. And we have now finished the... Oh, wait. I'm not wearing my little guy. That'll be fine. I have now finished the pond. I might add some armor stands later at a later date. It's just I have stuff I need to do, and I want to get this episode out to you guys. And I feel like I'm going to need the time that I've given myself to figure out the new editing software that I'm going to be using. So, I did some little lily pads around with the flowers that the lily pads have. I was actually looking into using the drip leaf, the big drip leaf, and to have that little stem coming down that you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Where the lily pads have that stem that goes down to the bottom, but I wasn't sure if the drip leaf would be big enough to do that, so I didn't. I might still do it at a later date, but we have all of this creek done. We added some rocks around, some leaves to add more of that greenery feel. I didn't want to put too many of the lily pads around. I might add a little bit more at a later date, but I felt like it would have been overstimulating with all of the amounts. I need to cover up this hole here and move the sheep somewhere else. And then I went around and added some foliage so it's not as flat. It does, I love this space now. It looks so nice. I wish I was able to, but does green wool match better with the... No, it won't. We need like dark green wool. But that does not exist. So we have now made a little pond, and now you guys also know how to make a pond for yourself for your own worlds. I hope that you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments down below if you wanted me to do more of those type of tutorial-esque builds where I sit down, show you guys step by step my process in making all of this, or if I should just do more time lapses. So I think that is going to be where we call it today. Start actually working on the interior, but I feel like there's enough room for us to have a grand hallway, a throne in the back, to have a grand hallway, some farms on either end, some rooms for all of us, and then down here, dig it down more, but we can have enclosures for every single mob in the game. Because we can also do some rooms up there for some of the mobs if we want to, or we also need a spot for every single item in the game, and mob head, and armor trim, and, well, not every single armor trim, because that would take forever, but just like the main ones, and then in each material. That's what I plan to do for the armor trims, because I know if I were to do every combination, that'd be over, I think it was over 2 trillion. So I'm definitely not going to be doing that, but I will be getting every armor style with a trim, with each of the trims in each of the materials. So it's going to be still quite a lot, but it won't be as bad. So I think that is where we're going to leave it for today. I will see you all in the very next episode. I hope you have a blessed day. Goodbye and good night.